Based on those examples, we can start implementing the interpreter for variance. So as we said, we have two new kinds of values. A variant v represents the result of applying apple or banana to a value that produces a record with the tag apple or banana and some value inside, like the number 3 or a function. And then we also have constructor v's that represent apple or banana themselves, the things that act like functions but that create variance. And for expressions, we have two kinds of expressions, a let type and a type case. When we declare a new type, then we're binding a certain type name with a tag for its first variant and a type for the first variance field, the same for the second variant, and then the body of the let type that can use those variants and types. And then we also have a type case with the type that we're dispatching on, the expression that determines the dispatch, the two different tags for the different dispatching, the two different names for the local variables, and the right-hand side expressions. And finally, we have to add defined t as a new kind of type. This is like IDT at the expression level, but it's a type name instead of an expression name. Right? So that's why we have a new one. With those pieces, to interpret a let type, then mainly we just interpret the body. But inside the body, we can use tag 1 and tag 2. Those are like apple and banana to construct variants. So we need to extend the environment where we bind tag 1 to a constructor that will create instances of tag 1. And similarly, tag 2 is to a constructor that will create instances of tag 2. So there's not much work to do in let type in the interpreter side of things. All we have to do is interpret the body with those variant constructors available. To use constructor v's, we have to change appc. So now the kinds of things you can apply are either closures or constructors. And when you apply a constructor to an argument, you just create a variant v using the constructor's tag and the result of the argument expression. Finally, we have type case, where we have the type to dispatch on, the test expression, and then the two alternates. So the first thing we need to do is interpret the test expression. And hopefully we'll get a variant v back. If we don't, then we have to complain because we can't do a type case on a number or any of the function or any of the other kinds of values. If we do get a variant v back, then it'll have a tag and some value inside, and that tag should either match the first or second tag. If it doesn't match either of them, then that means you've done a type case for animals and you've provided a shape or something like that. But if you do match the first tag, then we start interpreting the right-hand side for the first case, right? The expression for the first case. And as we do that, we bind the name that goes along with the first variant case to the value that was inside the variant, right? So we've matched this variance tag to the first case, we pull out its value, bind it to a variable. This box here is because we still have letrec, and so all our environments have boxed values inside. Right? If it matches tag 2, it's exactly the same, just for the second expression with the second name.